Good evening, gunfighters. This is Colonel Goodman. 2 days ago, the CDC issued guidance for American citizens to wear cloth face masks when in public spaces. Shortly thereafter, DoD issued guidance saying that on DoD installations, folks are going to wear cloth face masks when you can't maintain that 6 foot of separation in public spaces and in workspaces. To me, that's places like the BX, the shopette, and even in your workplace if you can't maintain that 6 foot social distancing and separation. So this is my mask. I made it this weekend and I'm going to wear it tomorrow. So if you see me, I'll be in this mask. So here's what I'd ask. Do the best you can with what you have, but comply. If in uniform, I'd ask that the color be conservative. So avoid things like neon, Tiger King graphics, and things like that. Okay. Basically be a professional, and I expect you can. It needs to cover the mouth and nose, as well as I'd ask for you to lower it during security checkpoints so security forces can check you out. Okay. It's also not a replacement for good social distancing and hygiene. In other words, it's meant to protect other people around you if you're asymptomatic and you don't know that you are, to limit the transmission of the disease. Okay. But here's the big deal and the big news. Effective immediately, I have declared a public health emergency for Mountain Home Air Force Base. So what does that mean for you? Essentially, it means this. Due to the significance of the threat of the virus and the importance of the airmen, their families, and the community, their safety and welfare, we need to do something a little bit differently. So I'm now limiting access to the base to mission essential personnel only. Okay. If your commander has said come to work, I need you to come to work. If your commander said stay home or maximize telework or work from home, then just stay home and continue that stay-at-home policy. Okay. If you don't know, contact your commander or supervisor and they'll let you know. If you're a contract worker at Mountain Home Air Force Base and you've been coming on, I need you to come on if you haven't heard anything differently. And then we'll work this week to establish the rule set associated with contracting and contracting officers. Okay. Active duty dependents, retirees, some of your official business includes shopping at the commissary, BX, and shopette. Okay. So no change there. Family care plans, those are in place. That's mission essential. Families visiting because they think it's a good time for a vacation to Idaho, that is not mission essential. I'd ask you to curtail that. As a matter of fact, you could consider that non-official business and don't expect visitor passes for those. All visitor passes that have been written shall be honored through the time that they're good for, and then probably not renewed for those sorts of things. Social gatherings, friend gatherings on the base, those are non-essential business, and I'd ask you to knock that off and don't expect visitor passes for those. Finally, Governor Little's shelter-in-place or stay-at-home order remains in effect. So here's how I'm applying it. I travel from home to work and back home. I leave the home to recreate in accordance with Governor Little's guidelines, and I maintain my social distancing if I need to do that. Okay. But I'm not doing social gathering, and here's why, and why it's important. If you get together with a group of friends for dinner one night, and then a couple days later you get together for a good time and play Cards Against Humanity or something like that, and a couple days later you go to work and you start to feel ill, the contact tracing becomes very difficult, and you could take down an entire section of the mission just like that. So right now I need us to focus and be disciplined, and especially now, if you're reading the news and I'm reading the news, I know that the next couple of weeks, according to the president, are going to be a tough couple of weeks. Here in Idaho, we're expecting the peak maybe at the end of this month or early next month. So right now is the time to execute that discipline, that self-isolation in order to curtail the spread of the virus. So I just wanted to pass those key bits of news tonight and encourage us to continue taking it seriously. I believe you are, and I thank you for doing what you're doing. I thank you for taking care of each other and hope you can continue to do so. Until the next update, this is Gunfighter 1, out.